guys, welcome back to my channel. Now, we're having a travel with my friends, Thousand. Very nice. Sonia and Stephen. We're heading to South Dakota and we're just getting some more stuff right now. And there's some more stuff already down.
I could swear it's been 700 degrees in here since you came in. I could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin. You make me feel kind of bad, kind of good, kind of everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kind of wrong, kind of right, kind of anything, and I would change it if I could.
First stop, Wyoming.
I could swear that I'm fainting, I think I'm losing my sight, I swear I'm hitting the floor. I could swear that my stomach just sunk a meter, I'll be dead if I take any more. You make me feel kind of bad, kind of good, kind of everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kind of wrong, kind of right, kind of anything, and I would change it if I could.
We're here now at South Dakota. I'm with Sonia. We're Stephen and Nelson taking some photos. And there's very nice sitting right there. So, yeah, we're just right in the boundary of Wyoming and South Dakota right now.
I could swear it's been 700 degrees in here since you came in. I could swear that this room has been running out of air, and now it's starting to spin. You make me feel kind of bad, kind of good, kind of everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should. You make me feel kind of wrong, kind of right, kind of anything, and I would change it if I could. I could swear that I'm fainting, I think I'm losing my sight, I swear I'm hitting the floor. I could swear that my stomach just sunk a meter, I'll be dead if I take any more. You make me feel kind of bad, kind of good, kind of everything, yet it doesn't feel like it should.
So now we are now in Mount Rushmore. There are the four presidents right there, sculpted.
Country's history. He concluded that speech by saying, "And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." But there is more to the story. The day before, A nor'easter slammed into the east coast of the United States and dropped 8 inches of snow on Washington, D.C. Totally unaware of what President Kennedy was going to say later in the day, 1,700 Boy Scouts braved the weather to assist the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers and 1,000 District of Columbia employees to clear the city's streets. Those Boy Scouts, soldiers, and employees embodied Kennedy's message. But they are not the only ones in our country's history to not falter when their country needed them. You have no further to look than the faces around you. I am speaking of the members and veterans of our armed forces. You also have to look no further than the faces on the mountain. In 1775, at Concord's North Bridge, 500 farmers, craftsmen, and merchants fired a shot heard around the world when they challenged the most respected army in the world, the British Army. After being reinforced by more Minutemen, that ragtag and poorly disorganized American army besieged the British in Boston. Our Continental Congress asked George Washington to step up and take command of that army. Washington wrote his wife, Martha, he did not feel up to the task and had not sought the post, but felt, quote, it was utterly out of my power to refuse, unquote. Through the disastrous defeats at the battles of Long Island and Brandywine, through the miserable winters at Valley Forge and Morristown, Washington, by sheer force of will, kept that army together. For 8 years, he led our army until the British realized this was a fight they could not win. After the war, many told him our young country wasn't ready for independence, let alone democracy. He should crown himself king. Washington refused, resigned his military commission, and returned to his beloved Mount Vernon. But our young country would need Washington again, needed him to preside over the convention that wrote our Constitution. Then he returned to his beloved Mount Vernon. And again his country needed him to be our first president. Then he returned to his beloved Mount Vernon. Henry Whitehorse Lee may have described Washington best when he wrote, first in war, first in peace, first in the hearts of his country. In early 1803, Thomas Jefferson sent James Monroe to France to buy land east of the Mississippi, or at least New Orleans. But instead, France offered us the entire Louisiana territory, more than 800,000 square miles from New Orleans to the Rockies and beyond, all for only $15 million. But Jefferson questioned its constitutionality. Jefferson had always believed in a strict interpretation of the Constitution. He wrote in 1803, the general government has no powers but such as the Constitution gives it. Article 4 of the Constitution does allow for the addition of new states, but says nothing about acquiring new land from foreign countries. For the Louisiana Purchase to be completed, Jefferson had to compromise, one of his most sacredly held principles. He later described the Louisiana Purchase as a great achievement. President Thomas Jefferson doubled the size of the United States and showed us how to acquire new lands through means other than war and conquest. He wrote in 1810, it is incumbent on those who accept great charges to risk themselves on great occasions. Less than 60 years later, our nation would face its greatest challenge. Only 44 days after Abraham Lincoln was elected president, South Carolina seceded from the Union. Lincoln recognized the hard road ahead and didn't shy away from his responsibilities. Just 2 days later, he wrote, I fully appreciate the present peril the country is in and the weight of responsibility on me. Through 4 hard years of Americans killing Americans, through the awful defeats of Bull Run, Wilson's Creek, Fredericksburg, Chancellorsville, Chickamauga, through the bloody stalemates of Shiloh, Stones River, wilderness, through the costly victories of Antietam and Gettysburg. Lincoln never faltered. During the darkest hours of those 4 years, he had the moral courage to begin the process of freeing our nation's slaves. As the war was coming to a close, and it was obvious the North would win, Lincoln did not pull back from his responsibility to reunite our country. In 1864, he said, "With malice towards none, with charity for all, with firmness in the right as God gives us to see the right, let us strive on to finish the work we are in, to bind up the nation's wounds." The years after the Civil War, the Industrial Revolution transformed the United States. By 1900, the United States was the leading industrial nation in the world. The Industrial Revolution completely redistributed our country's wealth and power, changed the ethnic composition of our population. It even changed the landscape itself. It impacted every aspect of our culture and society. This new America was dominated by robber barons and their trusts. Political bosses ruled politics with their political machines. The working class, poor, and less fortunate were almost powerless in this new age. But the working class was getting organized. Unions. Reform movements were sweeping the country. These unions and reform movements were on a collision course with the barons and bosses. Strikes, demonstrations, violence, and riots broke out across the country. Many, including Theodore Roosevelt, felt the United States was on the brink of another civil war. Roosevelt felt it was his moral obligation to help this country avoid such a conflict. In 1903, he put it quite simply when he said, "All I want is a square deal for every man." As governor of New York, Roosevelt abolished child labor, limited hours for women workers, reformed the state civil service system, increased teacher salaries, created new parks and new state forest reserves, even abolished racial segregation in public state schools. As president, he took on the robber barons and broke many of their trusts. He lobbied Congress for labor reforms. His foreign policy included the Great White Fleet, Panama Canal, and ending the Russo-Japanese War. His domestic policy doubled the size of your national park system and added millions of acres to your national forest system. His impact as president was so great, many historians today call him our first modern president. Roosevelt wrote in 1913, "I acted for the public, for the common well-being of all our people, whenever and whatever manner was necessary, unless prevented by the Constitution." Washington, Jefferson, Lincoln, Roosevelt. They were there when their country needed them most. So in conclusion, as President Kennedy said, and so my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do.
guys, it's already
8:14 p.m.
8:14 p.m. We're here at Mount Rushmore, where the four great leaders of America sculpted. We're just done with the trivia about them. And we're going home to our hotel.
May walk museum ng president. May walks museum ng mga president. Makita mo yun?
Oo.
If magpa-pub sila, mag-walks museum tayo. Gusto mo?
Present.
Uy, ang cute!
Ayun, punta na kami sa sakyan.